Hi guys, it's Richard Smith here from Molecule Marketing and back with episode 4 of Crap Marketing. And if you've been following the videos over the last few days, you'll know that CRAP stands for certainty, results, action and potential. And in the first couple of days we've covered certainty and results. And today I want to go into action as a little bit of information. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to sort of explain to you guys something that I'm doing myself at the moment, which is actually outside of the marketing side of the business. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm committing to learning the Polish language. Now, I've been based in Poland for 18 years now. It's a long while. And I've got to be honest, my Polish is pretty poor. But what I've decided to do with the help of my Polish family here in Warsaw is I've started having lessons with them. And the great thing about that is that their English is very much like my Polish. So I've got to basically thrust myself into that environment and take action. And it's actually imperfect action, because it is scary. I've got to admit, when I'm there, when I'm in that environment, and I'm trying to sort of speak Polish within that local environment, it's very difficult. Yeah, I know quite a few words in Polish, and I've learned quite a few phrases in Polish, but still it's something that I have to overcome. Yeah, it's quite a fear actually, which is quite strange, but that's what it is. So I just decided to throw myself into it, and I'm taking basically imperfect action. Yes, I'm making loads of mistakes, but just over the last 3 weeks, what I've found by doing that is that it's actually a great way to learn the language, because you're actually forced. It's very different when you have lessons with a teacher, and that teacher can speak your native language. You sort of rest on that a little bit. I don't know if you understand that, but it's something that I've done in the past. I've had lessons with a language teacher, started off okay, and then it's just dropped away because it was actually probably too easy in some ways, because I could speak in English part of the time, but these lessons with the family, they're purely in a Polish language environment. So I'm enjoying that, and it did have some benefit for me this week actually, work-wise, because what I've been doing this week, I've been making some cold telephone calls, trying to get business for the website offer that I'm promoting at the moment. As you know, as I mentioned yesterday, got one of those this week, and I've been contacting some Polish companies, and I've been forced to actually speak Polish on those telephone calls, and I've probably come across really poorly. But the thing was, I sort of found it a little bit more comfortable. I know it's a strange thing to say, but I found it a little bit more comfortable to actually try. Now, I wasn't understood fully, and I'm sure that, I didn't understand everything that was being said back to me. But, I've decided to give that a go. And, we're talking about action in this video today, in this Facebook Live. And I just think it's important now to sort of go out and take imperfect action. Don't care what other people think. Whether it's something like, learning a new skill or doing something different in your business, you're not sure whether it's going to work. You may as well try, and you may as well fall over, because if you don't try, you'll never know. So I just wanted to sort of put that one out front and just sort of give you an example of the imperfect action that I'm taking. Now, in terms of crap marketing, in terms of crap marketing, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I'm going to be putting together a PDF of those 4 steps. So the certainty, results, action, and potential. And of course, we'll cover potential in tomorrow's Facebook Live. But what I'll be doing is I'll be putting that PDF basically on my website, and you guys will be able to download that. And hopefully what it will do I'm gonna try and give sort of 4 or 5 different examples of how you can use the 4 steps. So look out for that. Sorry, I've just got a phone call coming in from my daughter, but I'll leave it. Look out for that. I think hopefully that will also help you. Now, one of the other things I'm doing, I'm actually reading this book, which is it's called The 12-Week Year, and it's written by 2 guys, Brian Moran and Michael Lennington. Now, it's a really, really interesting book. I'll just put it down a sec. Basically, it's a goal setting and time management book. And I bought this book about a year ago, picked it up immediately, read it, loved it, but didn't put it into action. And that's what we're talking about today, action. So I just, read it, left it, didn't do anything. Then probably about 6 months ago, did the same thing, picked the book up again, went through it, made a plan, started, and then stopped. And I think this is one of the key things about this action stage of the crap marketing methodology, because I think, as I just mentioned a second ago, it's a case of, sometimes you get stuck and you get, basically it's paralysis by analysis. And I know I've been guilty of that myself before. So, I've decided, even going on these Facebook Lives, it's not an easy thing to do, getting on live and going in front of people, sometimes it can be difficult. So, basically what I'm doing is with the 12-week year, I'm going to implement that. And tomorrow, what I will do, because this is all about potential, I'm going to go through what my 12-week year is going to look like. The idea behind the 12-week year is that you do a year's worth of work within a 12-week period. Now, I know that sounds really crazy, but it is definitely doable. Having read the book, I know that this is possible. So it's a case of setting certain goals and actions to go through that 12-week period and get to the point where I want to get to. As I mentioned yesterday, one of my aims is to try and sell at least one of these websites per week and complete one of these websites per week right across the year. So that's going to be a big part of the 12-week year. So I just wanted to sort of explain that to you. Going back to yesterday, we talked about Plug Rush and the traffic, the cheap traffic. I continued running that campaign yesterday after I'd recorded that video, and the results were actually even better. The traffic was actually getting cheaper. It was under the 0.0005. So I think that traffic source is really interesting. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do with that traffic source next week is I'm going to actually run some of the traffic to a CPA offer. So if you don't understand what CPA is or what CPA offers are, CPA stands for cost per action. So this is where an advertiser will pay a fixed amount of money for an action taken by a website visitor. Now that could be leaving their telephone number, it could be leaving their email address, it could be filling out a survey or filling out a form. And basically what I'm going to try and do with Plug Rush is drive some of this really cheap traffic to those offers. A lot of CPA offers are pop-up and pop-under offers. So that traffic lends itself very well to that. And guys, we just looks like I've just lost the video. I'm going to record the video. Okay, it's back live again. Technology, it does sometimes cut out. So so I'm going to run some of that Plug Rush traffic to some CPA offers, and all I'm going to do is do small budgets like I've been testing out already. So $5 a day. And all I'm aiming to try and do is to turn $5 a day into $10 revenue. Now, of course, not a lot, but if you can do it, then it's 100% return on investment. So it's going to be a fun experiment. and I'm going to share that with you at the end of next week, probably next weekend on Saturday or Sunday. So keep an eye out for that as well. So look, there you go. Just a quick Facebook Live. In terms of Plug Rush, I'll stick a link in the comments below, just so that you can go and take a look at that. If you wanted to sign up and start, driving traffic yourself, then I'd definitely advise it. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Cheers now.